lockdown onto T1's composition here, but doesn't really otherwise have a ton of synergy with what KWANGDONG have put together here, unless T1 opted into some really poor early game fights. The Gragas feels very safe into either option. It will, of course, be the Renekton that he opted into, but Poppy going to be the jungle pick now. You have Azir with some mid-plyo, and you also have a ton of power on the bottom side of the map right now as T1 before this Ezreal comes online.
They have Arcane Shift, so the swoop in isn't going to be as dangerous, but see how it goes. We hop onto the Rift. All right, T1 fans extraordinarily loud, but we got a good cheer on the KWANGDONG side of LoL Park, so good to see. Everyone's out in force as Young Jay just demonstrating the teams that he has played for and things like that. Good times. As, oh, Dudu and Zeus, this is how you're supposed to do it.
Yep.
This is it.
No
Rascal, take notes, all right? Oh, what? Zeus. Did you like how he like walked away and then turned back and he's like, sorry?
There was also the Yumi and then the crab that says it's okay.
All right, so Rascal, stop taking notes. Zeus also is naughty. That might have just been it. All right, we're ghosting forward, and Exhaust does come through here as they get flash out from Taeyun. And T1, another one of those things, is Ona going to get a Q out from Young Jay, who does do a fair bit of work there. Bulldog making his way over, but isn't actually going to be able to help with the fight, I don't think. As Steadfast Presence comes down, they get the flash out from Ona. Nice Mystic shot there to follow him up.
T1 start to stack up those leads early before the Shiv becomes a threat, before the side laning can be an issue here with the Ezreal as well.
Yeah, we'll see whether T1 can continue to hold on to that level of control. Bulldog's the one to deal with there, as now Taeyun's just going to dive forward. They're looking for the all-in, as Gumayusi's exhausted. Great Ultra Mega Fire Kick there from Keria to get rid of the Zeri. Still, they do manage to get a couple of summoner spells, as Ona does get the flash out from Young Jay, who will claim the Rift Herald. And he's going to have to flash as well. So flash for flash, and Rift Herald goes over to KWANGDONG FREECS.
Pretty massive.
And T1 looking like they do have a large amount of control, as here we are towards the bottom side. Keria in a bit of trouble, had to ult himself once again as Ona comes through, gets that ult off and gets the heroic charge into the wall. And now Faker, he'll turn up and look for that first blood. There is 4,500 assists for Faker and a double kill.
There's no walking away. It's no, okay, I'm a tanky sport, I've got an escape, I'm getting out like you can with some other all-ins. You just die, guaranteed. And now Guma with White Gun here, going to do a ton of damage to this turret and pick up a lot of plate gold. 4,500 assists, as you mentioned.
There it is.
First player to ever do so. But the it's going to be close here because Taeyun has empowered W here for this this one. And I think he should be able to secure it, actually. Faker not there, and that is first brig to KWANGDONG FREECS.
Pretty comfy. And now Young Jay, he's down here as well to try and defend. I don't know whether he can, as... Oh my goodness, True Shot Barrage is massive, but still Gumayusi is more massive. A cat is going to be taken out as well.
Can they get out of here, though?
And yeah, Dudu coming on in. That is a pick the gap on the Glacial Prison. And Ultra Mega Fire Kick is going to buy some space here as well, as Bulldog will move down. They get some flashes out, as Ona looking to try and escape this one, as Faker has been put into position. And T1, they will get out. They do lose Gumayusi, but I think they'll be okay with it, because 4-1 is to go towards these team fights, especially if Ona can land a couple of ultimates. So KWANGDONG FREECS, they're looking for the second Rift Herald, as Zeus looking to come round as well. There's a teleport in as Ona finds a heroic charge. Don't know about that one, as Dudu is just going to get thrown around like a rag croc. And T1, they will be able to defend. They don't get the Rift Herald, and so therefore the Eye is just looking around a bit confused as to what to do. We'll probably shrink back to the Void relatively soon.
I'm glad we have rag croc physics in the LCK.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Well, the Eye, as you mentioned, cannot be picked up. That's well defended here by the side of T1, but they win the fight, and now we're trying to push mid.
All right, Ultra Mega Fire Kick, as in goes Zeus. He does manage to get the Body Slam Flash. Taeyun's going to ult just to try and offer something back. True Shot Barrage is decent, but it's not going to be enough. The cat this time will be spared.
Yeah.
There is that.
For the first time.
Super good. And thank you, Keria, for demonstrating that, because we've seen it lose in this matchup a couple of times. And it's just It's weird because it shouldn't happen. And of course, you know, like this particular matchup exactly has been very favored towards Emilio. As I'm gonna have to hold that thought as there's a potential team fight. As this first Hex Tech Drake is going down low. It is going to be claimed there as Faker has to go golden. They get the Drake, but can they save the Pigeon? He is going to be able to make it out as Dudu pressed his R button, but isn't able to do too much more than that. So Soul Point goes over to T1 basically for free here. Just had to expend some health bar from Faker.
Faker also going to push this turret down. They can turn this into a Sun Disc, and they will. And this is just really difficult to chase down now as KWANGDONG FREECS has become like a new fortress here in the middle of the map that's going to allow T1 to disengage and get out of here. So Faker gets the turret. Yeah, worse than the Gen G one for how that one turned out and changed. Okay,
there it is. They managed to find Gumayusi immediately. He's out of there, though, because Carrier has access to an R button. And that's a celebratory spin around for Ona.
Yeah, and a teleport from Bulldog as well, committed
for an opportunity. Doesn't throw the Glacial Prison out, though, as Bulldog throws out a few skill shots, but isn't able to find too much as in goes Faker immediately. Taeyun and Bulldog are out of there. Faker taking a fair bit of damage as Gumayusi is terrifying. He's got that Cozy Campfire, and it should have a more aggressive name than that, I think, especially with how he's using it.
I mean, with two flashes gone here, T1 with Prio, teleport coming through from Zeus as he picks up Jack Shows. This is Hex Tech Soul, and your carries are flashless now. You still got Cask available, you still got Poppy Ultimate. This is not going to be a fight you want to take as KWANGDONG, but you have to try because you can't give over Hex Tech Soul. Faker.
Oh, Faker taking so much damage here, but not going to die just yet. Does have teleport, so we can get back into the fight if you would like to. And T1 gonna have to relinquish some ground at least for now. Dudu on vision. Gonna be able to take that one away.
Faker will be able to teleport back in, as you mentioned. This is an opportunity, a razor-thin timing window here for KWANGDONG. Faker doesn't have vision.
They're trying to get set up to try and lock him down, and they do manage to interrupt there as does get imprisoned, and Faker will be taken out. He does use the Zhonya's to buy a whole lot of time. True Shot Barrage flies in as, oh, the fantastic ult comes out from Ona, and that will guarantee Hex Tech Soul in trade for Faker. And I think if I was Faker, I'd be typing a little bit of worth in all chat.
Yeah, so he gets two flashes before the fight, takes a bunch of damage from Bulldog, and then teleport walk in, and this is a risky call.
Okay, it's KWANGDONG FREECS that are doing the Baron. I wasn't quite expecting that. However, they're now going to look to move their way over. Dudu taking so much damage here. The Dominus does come up, and Ona, he's kept alive by Carrier. Dudu now trying to make his way out. The Crocodile is going to die, though, as Youngjae gets back over the wall. He secures the Baron, but can they stay alive is the question. I think the answer might be yes for maybe Bulldog.
Maybe Bulldog.
But Zeus is going to try and say no here as he's inside.
He still has
the
cast and flash.
Yeah, does have the cast. Didn't find the barrel, but there is going to be the body slam flash, and Bulldog just going to be thrown around. That is the belly bop. And that's going to be the ace. So, cool Baron, I guess, as now we're going to look for Gumayusi once again with an ultimate. Youngjae not going to find it. True Shot Barrage also finds nothing, and Youngjae is going to die. Does get healed up quite a lot, but it's not going to work out as the Bomber goes slightly...
2,000 gold behind him. It's a pretty disastrous situation.
Whoa. June? He's almost just dead. That was a lot of damage there from Faker. And Dudu now just going to be, the next target on the chopping block. Looking like a Lect here as Dudu's just going to continue his safari.
I mean, he's not really pulling T1 off of any objectives either, unfortunately. This is all for nothing.
Well, he's doing something. It might involve dying here as he misses the Q, and so they're going to keep him at arm's length, and Dudu should eventually go down. Heroic Charge does come forward, and, you know, spinning around, he flashes away and slices and dices. All right, so Dudu might just be all right.
And all the while, KWANGDONG FREECS cleared boards in their own.
Yeah, I mean, some respite though, Wolf.
Yeah, sadly.
And look at this.
He's immediately get a bounty.
This is genius.
Oh!
Look at this guy. Gets a teleport, continues to slice around.
All right, how much more value is this guy gonna get right now?
I have absolutely no idea, but it may not be very much more.
Banshee's
Veil. There we go. That was the amount more value.
Whoa! Elder
that was an expensive safari.
Elder is spawning here. Let's see if KWANGDONG can win without the Renekton.
Well, Bomber comes down as Zeri skates away. It's a lot of damage onto Carrier, but Taeyun is just going to explode. It's the Poppy that picks up the kill, but I think we all know that Gumayusi did the majority of the work on that one. And now Bulldog, there's backup 80 carry. is trying to get some work done, but Zeus is just so huge, and Jun by himself, he ain't gonna do it. Gumayusi's gonna grab the double in the end. Young Jay gonna be the next one to fall, and T1, I have a feeling, just gonna miss mid lane and finish off this game.
Guma Aphelios, a thing of beauty, a thing to fear. And once again, with Karia's support, these two just rule the day. Faker had plenty of amazing plays this game too. Dealt with the Ezreal quite well in the early game. But man, this was all about that early double kill for Guma and how he pushed that lead every single lane across the map. T1,
oh man,
clean start.
Absolutely. Nexus is going to go down as that was a GA that Dudu had, so he's unfortunately going to die a couple of times as T1 now going to look for the last few kills here as the bomber flies in. Looks like Taeyoon is going to agree to stay on the fountain as T1 will walk away victorious. Feels like a shout out to Khan, you know?
I think they're just going to play Gragas.
Yeah, I think they will. Zeus has won every game except one on the Gragas so far in his career. He's looked pretty good on the champion. So, and is the Tristana Jax going to be enough to change the outcome of this game?
I would say, I would go as far as say, to me, based on the, obviously the draft.
Get something done in the late game. We'll just have to find out as we hop onto the Rift for game 2. All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game number 2. Bulldog is training his dragon. Is there actually going to be a live action How to Train Your Dragon? I think I saw something about this.
Yeah, I was going to say, that sounds like a thing. In my head, I'm like, was it a thing already? I guess maybe not, but...
It wasn't a thing already. I really loved the movies, though. I don't know how making a live action is all that necessary. You just make a third one instead.
I don't know why
there was a third one. Maybe a fourth one. Just keep making them. They were fantastic.
It's weird. It's like suddenly animation. We're like, we're not doing that anymore. We just want everything to be live action. And I'm like, CG technology has come really far.
I think it's actually both. You just want to do both. You know, you make the animation first, so that
you get that big counter strike there. But it looks like a bait. It's a bait.
Owner's moving in. Gets the flash already as he throws a buckler. And Dudu is going to be able to squash it like a bug. Damage.
And you mentioned this earlier. Hold up. Dudu, no flash.
So Zeus going for a bit of an all-in, but the flash does come through. Winter's Wrath comes down as well as they dive on top. Permafrost going to be there, and that is Young Jay picking up first blood. Very nicely done. Bit of a turnaround here for the Kwangdong Freaks as they get the heal out on the bottom side, though. T1 able to fight back, at least down here. A lot of players in Challenger. It's really, really cool.
Okay. 2/3 of that health gone here for Taeyoon. Owner's coming over. Gravitum is ready. Young Jay here too.
Yeah, as Heroic Charge going to get the flash out as the exhaust already used, and Owner taking a lot of damage. So at least Taeyoon and Jun are able to sit underneath this turret and grab the... Poppy making her way back towards his top side as well as Young Jay will join the fight.
Really important that Owner is here. He is reading this so well, and Young Jay has no vision of this.
Yeah, 0 mana available for Zeus, but will the Poppy be the difference maker as he tries to leap strike away? The ult comes forward, but Dudu's in so much trouble. Young Jay, I don't think he can do it alone. And Owner in perfect position. Bulldog getting aggressive, and he solo kills Faker.
Faker's Azir nonetheless here. We talked
fine, but it was a little bit on fire in game number 1, as now Faker, with this flash still available, might lose it here as Emperor's Divide is going to be thrown out, and there is a flash forward. Faker going to be able to avoid the Glacial Prison. Used his flash though, as you can see, Bulldog going to stick around. Faker is on an excursion, and he will die. And Bulldog's going to be able to collect the kill here as Dudu fighting once again, but maybe he
picks up some kills or some additional plates. It'll be an even trade. Looking for the opportunity.
Yeah, Taeyoon going to get that ultimate off as the final chapter comes down. Owner taking so much damage as Taeyoon keeping himself alive for now. The flash forward. And the devastating blow is going to come down. And then Jun, nothing he can do about this. Tries to sneak into the brush, but Gumayusi just going to take him down. This is right when I was saying, oh, Taeyoon and Jun are doing fine. It's okay. Well, it's not okay anymore. It's absolutely the opposite of okay. And you can see Young Jay realizing that he's going to be necessary as he dives forward. Gumayusi going to be stunned up as the flash forward from Carrier just to soak the CC. And Owner's moving down. Carrier still just happy to throw out these ultra mega fire kicks and get rid of them as Zeus throwing Dudu around.
Yeah, and on the bottom side, that was a great play from Carry. Flashes down now, unfortunately for the T1 bottom side, but we'll still be able to try to turn this into a Drake. I think it might be a bridge too far. Guma alone.
Yeah, and Taeyeon going to run after him. He does find the ultimate with the Severin, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The healing going to be there. And Taeyeon and Jun, they managed to find him sleeping a little bit, as Carrier had left him alone.
Once again alone.
I have seen this movie before. Never mind. Red, white, and Gumayushi just happily spins away. But still, does require Carrier to really have all of that control. Gets a warm hug, and he'll be all right. As Dudu has pressed his ultimate button, Zeus doesn't have his available as Odia. Okay, she will be able to get a charge, delivers some plate money towards Bulldog and Youngjae. That was almost a catastrophe. Zeus just looking real comfortable as this Gragas in the lane. As I've seen this one before as well, as Taeyeon is chasing after them. Teleport to come forward. Keeper's Verdict is channeled as Youngjae is going to spot him out. That is going to be the Melio falling down. Still, Gumayushi kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
As he offers a lot of damage back, but still, it's a victory for the Kwangdong Freaks.
And this is what I was talking about in the draft. You know, maybe you run this one back. Maybe this time you don't actually give those 2 kills over when you go for the hard commit bottom side. They do hard commit, and yes, Owner is there, but he doesn't come up with anything.
Taeyeon skating in as Gumayushi now in never mind. Gumayushi just going to kill him. Gumayushi now going to kill the cat. And
Taeyeon is losing his mind as well in the player cam. Look at him. He just cannot believe that he's just thrown that massive lead they just picked up right into the dumpster.
Yeah.
He was the funnel and he put it above the dumpster and he was like, I'm putting my lead right in here.
Yeah.
Because that was a play that you could make to try to get further ahead and maybe pick up some plate gold right before 14 minutes. But now you've given 2 kills to the Aphelios because the Yuumi, like we've mentioned so many times, is just going to be another plus 300. Now the Aphelios is about to pick up 2 items here. Picked up the BF sword and the Drake is going to go over to T1.
Yep, Everfrost is pretty good there as they get the teleport out as Dudu. Yeah, that's basically 1v2, and now Faker is going to be able to finish that one off. Kwangdong Freeks kind of falling apart at the seams.
It's a frustrating for the Kwangdong side of things. This game is very quickly moving away from them. They're going to try to Hail Mary this Rift Herald here. TP coming through. This is not a fight I think you can take without a miracle exchange.
Well, let's see what they can actually do about this one as Bulldog taking a bit of damage. There is a great ultimate out from Carrier. It nullifies the Glacial Prison beautifully as the final chapter is going to come through, but I have a feeling T1 are going to write the actual one.
I mean, a lot of damage here for Taeyeon, but there's no
Bulldog
kills.
going to have to flash get himself out of this one. There is the fadeaway Moonlight Vigil, and the final shot from these Sand Soldiers will get rid of the Tristana. And now, Ultra Mega Fire Kick comes in. Another campfire going to be set up here as Taeyeon. Can you actually find your moment? Emperor's Divide is going to find Dudu there, and nothing really going to come of it. As now Taeyeon, he's pressed his ultimate, and it looks like T1, they just don't want to try and fight this. They're just not going to risk it. They're taking off one at a time. Youngjae looking to try and get out of here, but there is the Flash Heroic Charge. And the cat not going to escape this one. Going to interrupt the you and me, and it's another double for Gumayushi.
It's an ace.
Yeah, that should be Faker locking down the final kill here.
Unofficial, maybe?
Potentially, as there we go. Ace comes through, and it's Owner that collects it with a buckler to the back of the head.
And, I mean, this is awful.
Playing as Gravitum going to come through. That gets more than half of Youngjae's health bar. My goodness. Faker with these 2 items completed is very, very scary. He does get his crown broken as this Drake is going to be secured. The second of the game here at 20 minutes in.
Yeah, it's Infernal Soul.
She's about to run out of Severin, but that should be A-okay. Is now Bulldog going to dive on top of Faker yet again. Of course, Explosive Charge kind of good when your opponent builds a crown, but not when he's mega fed. I guess he's not that fed, but still, when he's got a Gragas that can turn up and just take down any... he's going to be absolutely fine.
And now this is going to be the Baron going over. All it takes is 1 failed attempt from the Tristana, and that is going to be your push-to-win condition here as T1.
Well, Keeper's Verdict going to be used onto the Sejuani as well. That will guarantee the Baron is now Jun. Oh no! He was separated. Emperor's Divide is going to throw the Jax into the meat grinder. And now Youngjae also going to be snared up here, slowed down by the barrel as Zeus is chasing after him. He does have a cask, and he is going to throw it. Gets the flash out at least from the Sejuani.
I mean, Yuumi, a champion normally that has some of the lowest deaths in terms of supports because you're always attached, you're always untargetable. Taeyeon
Okay, well, he's looking to try and escape from this one. Goes on a little bit of a journey there. Is now thinking about channeling the back. I think he realized that he wasn't going to be able to escape from that one. As, yeah, FAKER is going to turn up. And once again, Zeus is going to be there. Finds an assist utilizing his...
Blow-up is real.
Oh, it is. And now Bulldog is underneath the enemy turret. Zeus is going to use his Zhonya's Hourglass and then will just body slam his way out. Seems a little bit immortal after that singular death that he had. He does not want to do that ever again. And a back is going to come through, thankfully, with the shield. They are able to channel that one. So Young Jay able to go home. Gumayusi helping take down this inhibitor turret.
It's a strong 4-1 here, let's just say.
Yeah, I would say so.
That's another inhib down here for T1. Or down by T1 as Zeus is just pushing on the top side. No sums, doesn't matter. Just going to be able to get this one and T1 kite back to Infernal Soul Point. It just feels like a slow and painful death here for KWANGDONG FREECS. They've got a decent amount of wave clear with this Tristana, so it makes it difficult to push even further. But Baron's still up for another minute. This perma-prio that they now have with super minions means that there's just never going to be map control here. And you had a Tristana, you had a Jax, you had a Zarya that can bed, which we're seeing T1 just funnel resource into him. Okay, hold on, FAKER.
That is going to be an ultimate looking to try and catch FAKER. Somehow he weaves around it. And Young Jay is going to look a little bit silly. They broke the crown. That's a thing that happened.
Yeah. I mean, Felios' damage, though, going back to the point you raised, is balanced around the fact that he probably can't hit you most of the time. But when he gets fed and they put all these resources into him and he can hit you all the time, well, that's just not fair. It's like almost as broken as LeBlanc having wave clear.
Yeah.
Pretty topical.
Yep, that is true. That is something that we haven't had to deal with so far this series. However, there have been equally as ridiculous things, and Bulldog getting eviscerated is going to be one of them there. Great Gale Force forward from Gumayusi to get rid of the Tristana, who went from 3-0 to 3 deaths very, very quickly. Bomba comes forward. Zeus going to be able to lock down the Zeri. The cat is going to fall once again. I'm starting to feel bad for Ayumi. What is going on here? As now T1 are just going to take down the Nexus. Emperor's Divide just to give the Sand Soldiers some time in the sun. And yeah, Dudu, he went golden for a moment, but he will still fall. And FAKER collects that kill before they take down the Nexus. A clean 2-0 here for T1.